I think with it, that was very quick today. I might just slightly move the camera, maybe. I've opened my windows, which looks like the heaven's coming in. I might have to close them. I'm just going to swivel this around to see if I can change this slightly where we are. Yeah, maybe just a touch. Good. There we go. How does that look? Oh, where's wonky? I can't cope with wonky. Let's try and there we go. There we go. Okay. So, oh, I've got some on there. Hello, morning. About the same, isn't it? So I'll leave them open. Okay. So I kind of was expecting not to be able to get online this morning because I think we had quite big problems with the internet. Nothing seemed to work. But here we are. And hopefully you can hear me and it's all okay. So, yeah, I'll just give it till past or so. We're nearly there. And then I was just going to do another little sort of short video today. I think they're quite nice just to have like maybe a sort of half an hour stretch, that kind of thing, rather than like a full class. I think Lizzie has probably put a little comment this morning saying that's the kind of thing she'd like as well. And maybe some stuff to help you sleep. So yeah, let me know if that sounds good. That sort of sounds like something you'd like. And my plan is to do some pre-recording next couple of days or so. Yeah, hopefully in and around eating Easter eggs, probably. So I've got a couple of you in. Awesome. I've got a really squeaky water bottle. Sorry about that. Amazing. What time are we on? We're nearly there, aren't we? What I would like to know, this is the one thing YouTube doesn't have over Facebook. Facebook, I can see who's there, so I can say hello to you. I can just see that there's somebody there. So hello, whoever you are. Hope you're having a nice, good Friday. I'm now off work till Tuesday, so hoping to do a bit of work in the garden, I guess. Try and film some yoga. Yeah, not very much. Try and relax a little bit, I guess. Amazing. So, we're near enough there. As I said at the beginning, just about half an hour or so, just some nice sort of gentle stretches, nothing too major. I don't think I got out of bed till like 8, so that's sort of a bit later for me. So I still haven't really done much stretching or moving this morning, bar drinking coffee. Trying to sort my hair out. Okay, I reckon we shall get going then. So we'll start a nice seated pose, taking those 3 breaths to tune in, just as we always do. I have fully taken to sitting on a cushion when I do this, because it is just a little bit more comfortable. Oh, creaky, squeaky floorboard. And it just means that I can feel my spine have a bit more length. So my back, I think it's because I'm sitting at a different desk and I'm sitting at a little funny angle when I'm working at home. I can feel it in my back already this week. So I'm doing just whatever I can just to try and ease it out, but to support it as well, just give it a little bit more comfort when I'm sitting in this position and trying to lengthen it a little bit. Okay, so seated pose then for me. Let's take our 3 breaths. Sitting up nice and tall, bring the hands down to the sides. Take that big inhale to float all the way up. Easy exhale out the mouth, bringing those hands down to the chest and just plugging the thumbs into the heartbeat. Just trying to find that nice, easy rhythm. 2 more times, just the same. Big inhale floats you all the way up. Easy exhale softens you back down. And one last time. Big inhale. Easy exhale. And while we have the thumbs on the heartbeat, it's a good time just to scan through the body and just notice how it feels. It might be anywhere that's a little achy, a little stiff. It could just be noticing all your points of connection to the ground. Then we'll just draw that attention towards the breath without changing it too much, just noticing if it's maybe high in the chest, might be a little lower in the belly. It may feel quick or slow. And finally the mind. Just want you to notice how you feel right this moment. Then whenever you feel ready to, we'll start to bring those hands down. We'll just take a gentle little stretchy warm-up, but a little bit more dynamic maybe than we usually do. So we'll start with the neck, just to really sort of stretch this area out. And we're going to go for our U shape, so drawing a little U shape with the nose. So just turn your head all the way over to the right. And then as you exhale, roll it all the way down. So you're looking in between your legs. And then ease it up to your left. So straight in with those little U shapes. So looking all the way up to the ceiling. And it's like following your nose, just relaxing it down. At the bottom, really relax the shoulders. Maybe just walk your hands away a little bit. Bring the head down. And then ease it up again to the other side. So nice and slow, just a few of those for me. Any spot that feels good to stay there. Remember, you can always just linger anywhere that feels like that. Anywhere that feels good. And ease up in your own time. Get any little clicks, don't worry about it. I can definitely feel my neck today. I can hear a few little bits of movement, little grindy bits. That's okay, just slowly ease it out. Make this your last one, and then slowly come back up to the center for me. Good. From there, we're going to take a little position with a moving twist. So I want you to bring your hands up and interlace them behind your head. So right where my bun is. So I'm going to try and bring it around my bun and then open the shoulders back. So stick your boobs out basically. Bring your shoulders back. So you should be able to feel this in your spine already. If this feels enough, just keep it here. Practice inhale, opening the chest, and exhale, relaxing a little bit. If you can take this a little bit further, on your inhale, I want you to twist your body over to the right, just a little bit, just as much as you can while lengthening the spine, and then exhale over to the left. So I'm trying to keep my chest up, slowly going side to side. You should feel it in towards your lumbar spine, in towards your shoulder blades. And it's those little things to focus about, those elbows staying back, and it's a bit of a tricky one. And following the breath. You can see it's going to be a little bit of a quicker movement. You're not going to want to hold these too much side to side, depending on how your back feels. I want you to go for one more each way for me. Coming back to the center, release your hands down. We're going to just roll the shoulders back 3 times and then forward 3 times. So keeping the hands on the knees to start with, inhale, lift the shoulders up towards your ears, and then exhale, roll them down. So you're going to start to see your hands slide up and down the legs. So we inhale, lift them up, exhale, send them down. One more, so roll it up, send it down, then we'll reverse it. So I'm going to roll them back to start with. So sticking my chest out again, lifting them up towards my ears and then relaxing them forward. So I don't know why it makes me feel a bit like a train. I think it's that old school sort of movement used at school. Good. Release from there. Give them a little wiggle around. Good. We're going to come into another little twist here. I want you to bring your feet out in front of you. And I'm still sat on my little cushion. I'm going to come down from it a little bit, but you could still stay on it. Move back so you can see my little tootsies. There we go. And then I want you to bring your right knee up towards you. So we're hugging it in as much as we can in this pose. Good. If you needed to, if this is uncomfortable for your bottom or for your back, just lifting your bottom a little bit, popping it on a cushion. From this pose, I want you to lift your right foot, cross it over and place it on the other side of your leg. Okay, you might need a little bit of wiggling around. You might even need a cushion under your opposite bum cheek. Sometimes that can just help, just to feel your foot come onto the ground. That might just be because I'm shorter. You might be absolutely fine. So we're hugging that leg in to start with. And I want you to practice. Can you see my foot at the front? So this is my left foot. I want you just to have a little roll of your ankle to start with. So I'm just going to circle that foot in one way. Try not to get too many clicks as you go. And then I'm going to circle it the other way. So you should feel that into your calf, to your shin a little bit, obviously around the foot and the ankle. Good. From that pose, we're going to take a little twist. So bring your right hand down for me, somewhere behind you, or even onto that cushion. Take a big inhale with your left hand lifted up. As you exhale, twist across the body. So you're trying to bring your elbow to the outside of that knee. If you can, you're almost trying to hook on so you can really twist it round here. So if this feels enough just to keep the arm straight, it's more of a looking over to the side rather than behind you. So just to get that twist. If you want to deepen it, take your left hand and bring it up like you're kind of waving at somebody. So we're just trying to use the elbow to hook on, bring that hand out, and then turn the head so it's looking behind you. Just take one breath there for me. Take another big inhale. And then as you exhale, we can start to release. I'm going to take that counter pose just by rolling over towards the left. Bring those hands down and just feel a little gentle stretch, hopefully in the back from there. So I'm just twisting, I'm looking down, and you might have your hands flat, you know, my short arm issues. Good. And then slowly come back to the front. From there, we'll switch sides. So I'm just going to lean over so I can release my cushion. Bring that leg over. You might just want a little bit of a stretch in between. And then we take that left leg up towards us. So we're hugging it in to start with. Good. Again, sitting up tall. If you need to, just use your cushion just to help you out from there. Once in this pose, again, that leg is going to lift up and cross over. So I do find that, for me anyway, popping the cushion under just one bum cheek, it's very casual, I know. It just helps me bring the foot flat and feel like I can really hug the knee in. Same thing, we're going to take our right foot, yeah, that's the one, and we're going to circle it one way. Might feel a little weirder on one side than the other. This is definitely a clickier side for me. Hope that's not being picked up. And then roll it the other way. Good. And release. From there, coming into that twist again. So my left hand is going down. I inhale to lift my right hand nice and tall. As I exhale, twist across. So I'm trying to get that elbow to the outside of my knee. Just going to lift my knee up. Feel that nice big stretch down the leg. Good. Just looking over that shoulder. It's a twist that you slowly ease into. You don't try to force it or anything like that. Just relax into it. If you wanted to, you can bring that hand up like you're doing a very awkward wave to somebody. Good. Take one breath there. On your next inhale, you can exhale and slowly start to release. Good. Release your cushion. Take the leg out. Give them a little bit of a stretch. Then just want to work into our hips just a little bit more. We're going to come into a little butterfly pose. That's floorboard, I swear. So bring your feet together, soles of the feet facing each other and the knees out nice and wide. So we'll start with just that gentle lift and lower of the knees. You can hold on to the tops of your feet and the arches. It can be quite a nice just place to play around with the base of your feet with your thumbs, give them a little massage. You can hold on to the ankles, you can hold on to the toes. So it's just sort of a preference thing, whatever feels best. Sitting up nice and tall, I just want you to inhale and lift those knees up towards your elbows. And then as you exhale, try and relax them back down. So 2 more of those for me. Inhale, lift up. Exhale down. And 1 more. So we inhale, lift it up. And then exhale it down. Good. From there, we'll take a little forward fold. So we're going to open up into cobbler. I want you to open your feet, so a little bit like a book. Try and take your big toes away from each other. So just the side of the feet are touching. The elbows are going to tuck in towards your knee creases. You might find for this that you do want to sit on something because that was very graceful of me. I can feel that. It will just help just to lift you up and help you lean forward. So elbows tucked in, holding onto the feet. Take a nice big inhale, lengthen. And then as you exhale, we're leaning forward, putting a little bit of pressure from those elbows into the knees, opening up the feet and relaxing the head down. I'm going to take a few little breaths here. So as best as you can, ease into it, relax into it. And those exhales are where we just try to explore, going a little bit deeper. So as we exhale, we relax those shoulders, we relax the head, neck, the face. On your next inhale, slowly start to lift that head, release the pressure from the elbows, walk yourself up, placing the hands behind you. I just want you to bring your feet flat, and then we're going to do what's called a little windscreen wiper side to side. So that literally just means a little side to side with the knees. Again, trying to release the outside of the leg we worked. Little windscreen wiper. Good. Okay. Let's go into a bit of down dog, eh? Let's see how those are feeling. I just want you to grab a little drink if you need it beforehand. And then we shall move on. Hopefully we're all good so far. Okay. So, into your little box pose for me to start. Knees under hips, hands under those shoulders, elbows tucked in, nice flat back for me. We're going to start by, rather than going into our cat-cows, we're actually going to go into our opposites with the hands and the feet. Okay, so looking forward, squeeze your tummy, send your left leg out behind you, and then if you can, inhale up that right hand. Exhale them back down. And then the same thing on the other side. So you have that little wiggle in between, find your balance, find your core, right leg out behind you, inhale up your left arm. Exhale it back. One more time. I want you to look forward. Inhale up that left leg, right arm. If you've got a little bit more in you, I want you to exhale, bring the two together. So I hunch forward, see if I can get my elbow to touch my knee, and then I push it back. Good. And bring them down. Same thing on the other side. So my right leg goes out behind me. I look forward, bring up my left hand, either keep it there, or if you're feeling strong, bend the elbow, bend the knee, curl the spine, see if you can bring the two together underneath, and then push it out. Good. Bring yourself back to box pose. Have a little wiggle around. Make a little mini cat-cow if that feels good. And we'll come up for that down dog. So moving your hands just slightly further away, curl the toes, and take that big inhale to lift up. Bums nice and high, heels off the ground, and just walking on the spot for me. Stretching the back of the legs out. So we should feel all that weight in the base of the hands. So my fingertips don't have any weight there. Good. What I want us to do is we're just going to come down and into child's pose and then back up into down dog 3 times. So I want you to inhale, lift up to your tiptoes, bring your knees down to the ground, so all the way down, release the toes and push back to child's pose. If you can, bring that forehead down. If you need to, slide the knees a little further away so we can bring the head down. And we're just going to do that same thing 2 more times. Nice and simple. Inhale, lift up to box pose, curl the toes, push up, down dog. Good. Pedal those feet. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, down to the knees. Uncurl the toes. Back in child's pose. Good. And we've got one more of those. So inhale through box. Curl the toes. A big push down dog. Good. Pedal those feet. And then from here, we'll come into our forward fold. I want you to walk backwards this morning. So your hands are going to come backwards to meet your feet. So you're going to start to feel your bum shift side to side. Bend those knees to slowly help yourself go back. And you can take the feet out wide. You can stick your bum out. Bend your knees from there. Good. Once you're there, coming into a little ragdoll. So bring hands to opposite elbows. Bend those knees. Relax the head down. Have that nice little sway side to side. So a big old sway. If it feels good, give your head a little bit of a shake here. Do a little yes. Do a little no. Take a nice big deep inhale. And then as you exhale, relax those hands down towards the ground. Coming into our little twist. I want you to take your right hand to the outside of your left ankle. And then inhale the left hand all the way up to the ceiling, looking up if you can. Exhale back down. Same thing on the other side. So we cross it over, big inhale, lift up. And then exhale it back down. Good. Bend those knees. Inhale, roll up to stand. Squeeze the tummy as you go. Head's the last thing up. Big exhale. Hope I'm not too close to the ceiling. No, we're all good. Roll those shoulders down. Have a little shimmy. Rearrange all your clothes. Do all of those things. Good. Coming into mountain pose for me. Bring your feet nice and close together, standing up nice and tall. Bring the hands down to the sides. My arm's going to go out the window. Inhale, lift all the way up to the ceiling. Whoop, don't get caught in your skylight. If you can, on your exhale, I want you to take a very gentle back bend. So it doesn't need to be too extreme, just so you can stretch the back. Inhale back up to the top. Exhale, swan dive down. So hands to shoulders. Stick your bum out. Nice flat back as you go. Whenever you need to, bend those knees so those hands can come to the ground. Good. Walk yourself back out to your down dog for me. So keep your bum up, bend your knees, put some space between those feet, and then slowly bring yourself there. Good. Pedal those feet one more time. And what we're going to do here again is just work on those hips, work on the balance. We're going to lift up one leg and draw 3 big circles with that leg. So I want you to lean over to your left. Inhale, lift your right leg nice and high. Now you can take these bends from your knee, like a little sort of tail, if you like, or we can take them nice and big. So I'm going to lift my leg up nice and high. As I exhale, I'm going to try to kick my shelving over there. I bring it all the way down. And then I sweep my leg all the way out to the side like a big circle, and then bring it back. I want you to do that 2 more times, nice and slow for me. And one more. Bring that foot down. Have a little shimmy in between. And then we'll just do the same thing for the other side. So I'm going to lean to my right this time. Inhale, lift up my left leg. As I exhale, I take it all the way over to the left. And sweep it around and bring it up. Good. 2 more for me. The last one. Good. Slowly bring that foot down. Don't worry, we're going to come out of this now. This time we're going to walk to the very top of our mat. So I want you to bend your knees and slowly walk your feet to meet your hands. So you can move your hands to help you. Oh, slowly come up. Let's have a little moment because I know those were a little bit tricky. Take your feet out nice and wide and bend those knees again. So we can either ragdoll one more time, or we can do what's called a dangle. So we just let the arms dangle down and then just relax and sway side to side. So relax your head, neck, shoulders. I know that was quite a lot on the shoulders perhaps. Really release them down. We'll take a little extra stretch for them here. So bend your knees, and then as you inhale, bring your hands up and interlace them behind your back. So if this feels like enough just to push them down your back towards your bottom, then we can go for that. If you have a little bit more wiggle room, bend your knees and then inhale, lift those hands up, up and over, just to, well, really it's the space where they stop. So they'll tell you when, basically. Bend those knees and then gently sway side to side. I'm struggling today because I've just put a load of moisturiser on and I can feel my hands all slipping. Take a nice big deep inhale. And then as you exhale, release those hands down. Good. Coming into our little twist again. So right hand to the outside of your left ankle. Inhale the left hand all the way up to the ceiling. And then exhale back down. Same thing on that twisted side. So cross it over, big inhale, lift up. And then exhale back down. Bend the knees. Inhale, roll up to stand. Squeeze the tummy. Head's the last thing up. Whew. And take your big exhale once you're there. Whew, I feel like we were upside down for a while there. Okay, last little thing we're going to finish with is coming into a few little chair poses at the top of our mat. So we're going to take those feet out nice and wide, okay? And remember, in chair, it's about sticking your bum out and it's about all the weight coming into your heels. So those toes can almost start to lift off the ground. So looking out in front, take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, I want you to stick your bum out. So imagine you're sitting on it, literally sitting on a chair. Bring your hands out at the same time if you can and come down super, super low. So all the weight goes into my heels. I'm using my hands to help me lift my chest here. And I'm sticking my bum out, okay? So we should feel this in the tops of our legs. And we're just going to lift and lower 3 times from here. So look out in front, big inhale, push up. Use your bum, use your legs. Exhale, come back down. Good. 2 more for me. Big inhale, lift up. Exhale it down. See how low you can take that squat. Remember, we're going for kind of the hovering over a toilet seat look, you know. So we inhale, lift it up. And then exhale, send it back. Good. From this position, sweep your hands down so they come towards the ground for me. Again, nice bent knees. We'll take that right leg and just send it back and bring that back knee down. So I'm coming into a little supported low lunge from here. So I've released my back leg completely. Good. If you can always just lift the chest and have a little look at your legs. So we really want this knee to be in line with the ankle. We want this back leg to have a nice stretch in it. So rather than being at a right angle on my leg, I'm leaning forward. Good. Bringing those hands down for me. We're going to take a few little twists either side. So a twist and an opening. Our twisted side here is to have the right hand down and then inhale the left hand all the way up. Again, looking up if you can. And then we exhale down. Our open side, so it's the side when we open out the body, is if our left hand was down, and then we inhale the right hand all the way up. Good. Exhale back down. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So both sides. Right hand down, inhale the left hand up, twist. Exhale, bring it down. Open onto that open side. So left hand down, inhale the right hand all the way up. And down. And 1 more time for me. So open everything out. And release. And in that right hand. So we inhale, lift it up. Exhale, release. Good. Bring those hands out in front of you. Curl the back toes. Lift that knee. From this position, I want you to see if you can bend your right knee and then bring your foot all the way up to the top. I know it looks like it should be a bit scary. I promise it's nice and simple. Just bring it up. And then we'll do the same thing for the left leg. So I'm going to send my left leg all the way back as far as I can. Bend that knee, uncurl the toes. Have a little moment just to wiggle into that low lunge. So knee in line with ankle. A nice stretch in my back leg so I'm not completely down on it. If you did struggle with your knees here, this would be a good point to take a cushion and place it under that back knee as well, just to give it a little bit more support. Okay. twists again. So left hand down this time. Inhale, lift the right hand nice and high. Exhale, back down. Onto the open side. So my right hand stays down. Inhale the left hand all the way. Exhale, back down. 2 more of those for me. So inhale, twist. Bring the right hand up. Exhale down. Onto the open side. So you can really move the body here. Take the hand up nice and wide. Open up. And last time for me. So inhale, twist. Bring the right hand up. Exhale down. And onto the other side. So we open it up. And then we exhale down. Good. We're going to come back to our child's pose straight from here. So almost sort of bring the knee to the side so you can wiggle your chest down. Bring the hands down. And then just slide your right knee back and take yourself all the way back to child's pose for me. Taking those knees out a little wider. Keep your toes touching though, just so you can bring the head or maybe the chest and the chin down and just see what feels best today. You could take your cushion and place your head on that. You could turn to the side of your face. I just want to have a few little breaths in child's pose, however it feels best for you. One last little release of the shoulders. Try and relax the hands if you can. If it feels more comfortable to you, you can also bring your hands touching and your elbows out wide in child's pose. So that might just ease it off a little bit for you, feel a little bit more comfortable. If you have your head turned to one side, just gently bring it up and turn it to the other side. We're slowly just going to come out from this and find our way to our seated pose again. So I lift my chest, walk my hands in. I'm just going to come onto the side of one leg, sweep myself around. Again, you can bring a little support and to pop your bottom on. Oh, creaky floor, I've got to move this mat. Okay. Sitting up nice and tall, and we'll finish with those 3 breaths to tune out. I've got a feather coming out my cushion right into my bum. To tune out in the same way that we tuned in. So bring the hands all the way down. Take a big inhale to float all the way up, nice and tall. Easy exhale out the mouth. Brings the hands down to the chest. And just plug the thumbs into the heartbeat. Finding that nice, easy rhythm. 2 more times, just the same. Big inhale floats you up. Easy exhale softens you back down. And one last time. Big inhale. Easy exhale. And while we have the thumbs on the heartbeat, it's a good time just to scan through the body again and just notice how it feels. And then draw the attention towards the breath without changing it too much, just noticing how it feels in the body. And finally the mind. Just want you to notice how you feel right this moment. And namaste. Thank you very much. I tell you what, I know I feel a lot better for that actually. I think there's something to be said for just having a stretch in the morning, just to wake everything up, move your body around. I've got a nice mixture outside of some bird song and also people just shouting at their kids, you know, the classics. But I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you have a really nice Good Friday. And yeah, do feel free to drop me a little comment if there is anything particularly you'd like me to film this weekend in between eating the Easter eggs. And I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. I feel pretty good, so I hope you do too. And I shall see you at the next one. I already can't remember when I'm going to do them next week, but I will do a little timetable and normally put it out on a Sunday at some point, and then let you know. Okay, all right, have a lovely day. Namaste.